Hi, before we have a look at the content of this box from eBay, which was a very good bargain again, from England, a look at the shipping material it came with. No boring bubble wrap. Can you guess what this is? We have fabric, we have Velcro scratches things. It seems to be the shape of a seat. And yes, maybe you have guessed, it is a piece of cover for an airliner seat. I had two of them in the parcel, made by Frank Guy, hello Guy, in Chesterfield. It is a back seat, backrest, right hand it seems. Here is the part number and the cleaning record. Obviously it was not cleaned a lot, but maybe they are a new old stock. In fact, I never installed because they are really not that dirty. I will probably try to cut a little piece of fabric and do a initial test in order to see if it burns well or not. It must be quite fireproof as a material for aircraft use. So I had two of them, really nice surprise. Okay, so about this item. I got this from eBay after viewing the teardown of the same one from the Sigma Technica YouTube channel. So for this reason I will not make a teardown of this one because there is already a teardown on YouTube. I will link this video in the video description. So we have the green tag. It was 30 British pounds plus 10 for shipping, which is really a good price considering first the very nice box it comes with. And mine is very clean, but missing the letters on the top. So we have the green tag with it. It says it is serviceable, or at least it was in April 1970. We have in here a Deca display head. So we will see what it is. On the other side, it is interesting. It is written certified serviceable with situations you can check. Explosive removed. Contains no explosive, no safety precautions necessary. But do not freak out, we do not have explosive in this device. What do we have instead? I am going to lift the cover for you. We have a Deca Navigator Map Reader. So it is not a simple notepad where you have your map to follow your track. It is a motorized map reader that will actually move the map up and down as far as I can understand. And this little thing here will move left and right, and it will indicate where you are on the map. So it is the predecessor of GPS. So a very heavy little device and very nice construction quality, all in metal. It feels like a Leica camera or something like this. Really good. Good feeling in hands. So we have two drums here, or rollers, on which the map is comes to be winded. This pink area here, I believe this may be an early electroluminescent display, because we have two electrodes connected to it, and I guess this part is supposed to be located behind the map, and you it is a shining light and you allows you to see this part. So what do we have else on the top? We have chart angle setting. We have scale. I will zoom more as far as possible. We have an angle setting, yes. We have a scale with 110, 1/4 and 1/2 miles maybe. We have a main function switch with off. Dop may stand for Doppler on manual. We have nothing here. Standby, run and fix. Little setting here for something. This is moving this piece for initial adjustment, because I guess you have to set where you are before you take off, and then the system will follow your track on the map. We have here knot settings. On the side, nothing except a lot of tiny screws, which seems very stuck. Other side the same. On the back we have the attachment device to the aircraft with a V groove here. We have a modification record which is not populated. We have of course the manufacturer plate. So it is a display head for roller map, type 9274, serial number 144-66, so it must be 1966. Here is the British military destination number, and of course it is made by the Decca Navigator company and with a broad arrow. Here we have the connector, so mine came actually with matching plug on it. Excuse me, I'm trying to find a screwdriver. It is interesting to note the very expensive case. It is a D-sub connector, but there is a very expensive case around it. And I did check with a lamp inside. The connector has never been soldered. If I find a lamp, I will show you. There we are. Will it work? Yes. Oops. Inside here, in fact, you can see the pins are not soldered at all. And it is just a regular Canon brand connector. So this item might be new old stock, never installed. And the seller had 12 of them to sell. And last time I did check, there are still 8 of them available. So I will link in the video description also the eBay ad for this device if you want to get one while they are remaining, because from other sellers they are 10 times more expensive. So it is really a nice deal. Okay, so I will not take it apart at all because it is already done, but what I can do is try to demonstrate the loading of the map on it. In fact, we have this little roller here you can pull out, and you have these puller things here for winding. So for this purpose, I did prepare a strip of Ireland map I had laying around. So obviously there is one thing, in fact you can see the map will go up and down. So I guess if you fly from north to south, you can remain on the map a long time. But what happens if you fly from east to west? And in fact you are on a quite narrow area of map in this direction. And then you get out of the map. It is really something I would like to understand. Okay, so let's try to bring the map in this thing. We pull gently at the beginning. And yes, it is totally loading the map. Maybe my map strip is a little bit too short. So I will load the other side too. So yes, you definitely do not want to pass the map in front of this delicate piece of plastic tape here. So it seems it is supposed to be visible across the map, so with light shining to the map, I guess. Okay, reload. I try to write correctly the map here, and here we are. So map is loaded on the thing, so it is already a lot more fun. Sadly, I have no information at all about how to connect the power supply. If not, I would have tried to initiate the light here and have it shining through the map. Not sure which color it may be, pink or red. Maybe the actual color is not the color you see here. Okay, so it is very interesting. Very nice piece of kit, as you can see. Very nice construction. Probably ungodly expensive back in the time. It contains just a few motors, or synchro motors, with feedback and circuit board. But you can see all of this in the teardown already existing of this device. By the way, this one is in better condition than the one Sigma Technica did take apart. It is really beautiful, except for a little bit of rust on the screws, but apart from this, I am very happy with this device, and it is really a great find, really a nice collectible item. If they remain, and I can get another one later, I will probably get another one and hope it will be a bad condition one, then I will take it apart also for myself. But for now, this one is totally collectible. You can see very serious construction. Okay, and for that price it was really a bargain. So, thanks for watching, bye bye.